ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How you guys doing today? So I wanted to go over today with what I personally shoot. Now, mind you, there's a million nine different ways to skin a cat. There's a million nine different ways of being productive at it. When I build an arrow, I'm looking for the best of both worlds. I want enough kinetic energy to do what I got to do, because I do want a full pass through where I have an entrance hole and an exit hole, so I have a much easier time tracking my animal if it gets out of sight. I like to be semi-fast, but I also like to hit that thing as hard as I can without going overboard, in my opinion. Again, my opinion. So I shoot the Easton full metal jacket arrow. This is a 5mm series. I've been shooting this arrow for a long time. I shoot, I have that really cool short 25.5-inch draw length, believe it or not. At 67 pounds, I'm shooting a 420 grain arrow, and I'm getting just under 80 pounds of kinetic energy, which is a lot. If you guys scroll back to the very first episode that we ever produced of where we shot a deer, the very first deer that we ever harvested on camera, you'll see that I shoot a doe with a full metal jacket. And she did end up breaking my arrow, which really did suck for the arrow. It's kind of nice getting your arrow back. However, what was really cool was as I shot, she twisted and she ended up bending this arrow in like an S form. But before that, if you watch super close, she actually kind of like does a little stumble. My strongest opinion is here in North America, you truly don't need anything that's over like that 500 and 550 grain area for deer. If we're shooting pigs or if you have a hard time getting off the shoulder and you find yourself hitting a lot of shoulder bones and whatnot, you need that extra little punch, that's fine. But my personal opinion, I don't think you really need anything over 500 grains because you're going to lack something of trying to get something else. That being stated, the arrows that I've been running for the past 2 years are the match grade full metal jackets. These are 1/1000th tolerance on both weight and straightness. That's the only difference between the match grade and the regular ones. I do run a reflective wrap from One Stringer. What I like about the reflective wrap is not all the time can you ever trust your lighted nock. You have that reflective wrap to back you up. Or in states that don't allow you to use the lighted nock, you can use that reflective wrap and easily find your arrow that way. I'm running the blazer veins on my arrow. I run orange and black, and that it's not the brightest by all means. That black fletching isn't, but it just looks cool. It just looks cool with that diamondback rattlesnake look on there. For a lighted nock, I'm running the knock-ons. If you're a guy that has facial hair, I would not recommend these because it pulls your beard when you shoot. It hurts a lot, and it will make you pull your shot. But what I do like about these is it's got a collar on it, so you can switch it from practice mode to essentially ready to go mode really quickly. I do like to use the nocturnal lighted nocks. Those ones tend to be my favorite. Now, mind you, before we go any further, none of these companies have sponsored this video. This is just what I use and what I've had the best luck with over the past couple of years. For my hunting arrow, I use a Spitfire 3-blade. So I do highly believe in mechanical broadheads. I do really like the fact that you have 3 blades. It's punching a seriously nice hole through what you're going through. Another cool thing, another really nice thing with the Spitfire is there's no collars and there's no O-rings to worry about. A lot of your broadheads out there, you have to worry about replacing a collar or you have to worry about replacing a ring. I personally don't like to do that. I personally don't want that worry, so that's another reason why I use Spitfire. The ultimate reason why I use the Spitfire, my number one reason, is it is field tip accurate out of my rig. I sell a lot of these Spitfires. It's probably our number one selling broadhead here at B&B. And in 7 years, I could probably say I've only seen one bow that wasn't shooting these field tip accurate. This broadhead is nasty. Not saying that it's the best broadhead out there for everybody, and this is what you should buy. Again, this is what I like. The Easton Full Metal Jacket is a micro diameter, and it's a carbon sleeve with an aluminum sleeve around it. Therefore, you have less wind resistance and a whole lot more punch. So there's less drag on the arrow, less wind resist, or less play from the wind. If whenever you're making your shots count, you really want to be put it right where you want it. So less wind effectiveness and a whole lot more punch coming your way. These are also very, very tough. I have put my Full Metal Jackets time and time again through the ringer. As you can see, this is a brick wall that goes down and all the way around our range. There's a couple spots down there from customers accidentally whomping one down there and missing the entire target. One of those are mine. Whenever I first started really shooting, I launched a Full Metal Jacket into one of those bricks and my arrow was completely fine. And that was out of a 65-pound bear bow that I had. That was nuts. It made a stupid whack sound, or a stupid loud whack sound, and I thought that arrow was junk. Went over there, picked it up. Field tip was dented in quite a bit, so I did have to change that, but the arrow itself was ready to roll. And as a matter of fact, I'm fairly certain I still have that arrow in my quiver. These are flying out of my bow about 260 feet per second, give or take a foot a second or so. It's been a while since I chronoed it, but that's plenty fast enough for me. If you're looking for that really nice arrow that's not going to cost you a whole lot, that's going to give you a whole lot, the Easton Full Metal Jacket is one of my highest recommendations. I've often thought about moving into a different arrow, but it's just been super hard for me to move because it's something that I really like. If you can find just a standard set of Full Metal Jackets, those will do just fine. Until these the Match Grade Pro Series came out, that's what I was using. This is an arrow that they're going to constantly that Easton themselves are going to constantly make for the end of time, I feel. So, should be really good.
So how does your gun range work?
You can find these arrows pretty much anywhere and everywhere that Easton are sold. So if you want to get some of these arrows, you guys can come on down here, see me at B&B Shooting Supplies, and I will gladly make you up a set. So again, thanks for watching this episode of Outdoors Obsessions, and we'll see you here next time. We'll see you here next time whenever we go through what I have in my bag. That diamond snake rattled. I'm your host, Joe Kinney. Thanks for watching. To bed.